Hello, my name is Michaela, and I am 15. Here's my story. My friend Paige from school said people don't understand. She tried to convince me that practicing our Spanish class dialogue at our house wasn't a good idea. Paige said, "Life at my house isn't normal." I rolled my eyes at her as if she wasn't being serious. "Please, my house isn't normal either," I said. She said, "You know, my brothers, there is something really weird about them. They're triplets, right?" She said. "Yes, and they're 8. She warned me not to be fooled. She told me that the boys already had my parents hypnotized. My mom thinks they're little angels." I stopped short on the sidewalk and stared at her. "Are you trying to scare me away?" LOL. Paige replied, "I'm just saying. Be careful. We're pretty much going to be on our own when we get to the house." I gave her a look like she was crazy. Guess I would just have to see for myself. We were just a block away from her house. Well, it can't be too bad. It's only for a couple of hours, I thought. "You make them sound like they're not even human." "Are you ready?" she asked when we were just outside the front door. "I guess," I said. Mason, Michael, and Matthew were waiting just inside the door, already lined up to greet us. I wasn't sure how they knew we would be coming in, but there they were. The boys were identical in every way. The same jet black hair, combed to the right, the same shirt with thick red horizontal stripes, and the same black jeans. They even wore the same red socks. "Hello," they said together. They didn't even smile. I said hello, and Paige quickly grabbed my hand, dragging me into the kitchen. "I told you," she said. We both got a drink and a snack and headed down into her basement, which had an office and playroom that was a big open space. Her mom came down the stairs several minutes later after we sat down and began our homework, singing like a little bird. "Hello, Paige. Nice to meet you." "Hi." The boys came down the stairs, single file, walking very slowly and stared straight ahead without looking down. "These are my boys." Mom spread her arms and the boys flocked over. "Picture perfect, aren't they?" They stood side by their mother like they did upstairs, emotionless. Her mom repeated her question. "Aren't they picture perfect?" Paige said, "They're creepy, Mom, and everyone knows it." Her mom waved her hand in the air to dismiss her comment and said, "They're going to stay down here and play, but you boys need to leave your sister alone so they can get some work done." Her mom went up the stairs and shut the door. They continued to stare at us for what seemed like a few minutes until she told them to go over to the other side of the room. They all sat around a small table facing us and began drawing. I tried to avoid looking at them. About 20 minutes went by, and the three of them did not utter a word. One of the triplets got up and walked over to us and said to me, "I made you a drawing," as he put it on the desk. She said, "Mason, go away before I tell Mom." Before I could look down, her mother opened the door and called Paige upstairs. She said, "I'll be right back," and told Mason to go back to his table. She left, and he continued to look up, staring at me for about 30 seconds until his mother opened the door and yelled down, "Boys, come upstairs. We need to start your homework." My eyes glanced down to the pictures. He drew his two other brothers with the same outfits they had on, standing side by side, and a girl who looked like me with blonde hair. There was a small brown square object next to the girl in the picture, and I said, "What's that?" Michael and Matthew got up from their table and stood side by side behind Mason. Mason said, "It's a box," in a quiet whisper. "Curious," I said. "What's in the box?" "When they put you in a box, nobody can hear you. Nobody can hear you down here either." The pen in my hand began to tremble a bit, and I got major goosebumps. I tried my best not to look completely creeped out and smiled the best I could. I needed to get out of there. I grabbed my books and went to head up the stairs to find Paige. Before I got to the first step, Mason said, "Aren't you going to take the picture I made you?" I quickly turned back and grabbed the picture off the desk and slid it into my book. I made my way to the bottom of the stairs, and I saw their mother at the top open the door to remind them to come upstairs, this time with a more urgent tone. "Boys, I need you to come upstairs to start your homework." Only this time a bit louder. She looked down at me and said, "Dear, can you tell them to come upstairs?" I looked over and said, "Come on, boys, you gotta go upstairs. Follow me." The three boys pointed to the dark, empty corner of the basement where the furnace is and said together very slowly, We are not waiting for you to go upstairs. We are waiting for them. A chill shot through my spine, and I ran up the stairs 2 steps at a time. I ran through the kitchen and out of the house without even saying goodbye to Paige and her mother. I got a text shortly after and told her that my parents needed me home ASAP. The next day at school, I saw Paige before school, and without even saying hi, she said, "Creepy, huh?" I nodded and said, "Totally."